Alright, yo, I apologize for the delay. Finally back up and going. So on this episode, we're looking to possibly defend the base from police possibly coming to attack us. We should be ready to go. I do have one of my buddies with me, May. We're here looking to one, see if we get any action coming today, because rumor had it on the server that the police in this role-playing New World server that we've been playing on, that they're coming after us. Or coming in to do a police check. So, we're going to allow them to come in and see what's going to happen. In the meantime, we're going to take advantage and I'm going to go around, take a look at some of these, see what kind of goodies I can find to loot while we wait. But during all that, we are playing on Dayz on a private server. The server is called New World. I will have the descriptions. The description should be attached below to their Discord if you want to come and join us and have a good time. It is RP PvE with military outposts and military zones being PvP. So it gives you a little bit of mixture of both. As long as was that, if you also want to come join us on the Desert Wolf servers, you're more than welcome to come and join us there. We currently, right now, at the moment, have Conan and Power World servers going on, with possible ones coming out in the future. But let's touch back on the stream from this morning and the video. If you guys haven't seen it, we had a good time there. We did some Icarus. Now with this round around, we're looking at to do is sit down and do some Dayz and go hunting. So let's go around, look around, and see what we can find. Oh, we can tell somebody's been around here. Anybody that's played Dayz in the past notices that whenever you see a mushroom, it means the player's been around. It could be one of us, or it could be somebody that popped up, and that is still pristine, so it had to happen within the last 10 minutes. Could have been my character, due to the fact that we were having an issue getting the stream started. Luckily, it took me a little bit longer to get it figured out, but we got it figured out today. So those of you that are here with us joining, let's go have a good time and go hunting for stuff. I don't know those of you that can hear May talking as well, but May and I will be communicating through the process if they do come up and decide to get froggy and attack us. So
keep an eye out, see if there's any spots.
Yeah, we got to take a look. See if anybody tries to get within our territory. People do have a tendency to want to try to get into our territory. We're going to feel free and take a couple shots at them. Keep them at bay. They got to pay us to come through. That is correct. They will have to pay us to definitely be access our roads and coming into our little town. So going back, we had our little starter base, and then we moved and upgraded to this one over here. It's part of the system that we're doing, where we have the quote-unquote cartel system. I'll let May discuss it a little bit more, what's going on in the server. That way he can give you better feedback due to that this is May's kind of shindig. So go ahead, May.
Well, if anybody knows about cartels, they deal in drug, selling. The only drug on Dayz is weed. So we grow weed, sell it to players, trade for things we need, so forth and so on. And that's basically about it. I dress up in a white suit to play along.
So now we're gonna go take a look at May's white suit. You guys are gonna laugh about this. May, just in case if we have any players that watch the stream, can you come out? Because I know you probably still have the lock at the base.
I'm out driver.
Look at that getup he has going on. Big pimping with the gold Desert Eagle. Pull out that the KAM, May. Trying to do the old school mafia with the KAM, trying to think he has a Tommy gun there with him. Now, is that a 75 round mag, right, May?
Yep.
Alright. My food just got yellow, so let's sit down and eat some food. And then we can go on our adventures.
If you want, you can take them through a walkthrough for the place.
I kind of want to keep that a little mystery for right now. Maybe on a different stream, we could kind of let them see what's going on. But for right now, with this possible attack that we have going on, I don't think it'd be a good idea. Alright, let's keep on going. I did shoot that zombie because when I finally got it, the zombie did detect me. So. Let's go looting up. Should we go hit up the compound? Military compound, man, since the server reset not too long ago?
You can. I mean, watch yourself. There's two people. I don't far working.
Yeah, 2 people I'm not going to worry too much about. So is it a definite that we're getting attacked today? No. We don't know. We just made the necessary preparations. So those of you that do decide to come and play on the new road server, I will let you know that they do have a couple hidden exploding zombies. So if you like to do the method of being sneaking around and trying to punch them, then yeah, that would be definitely a big no-no due to the fact that you'll get a nice little surprise. Can't believe I missed that shot. Come on, so I've been playing on the server for a little bit, so I know that that's not one of the exploding zombies. But it could take you somewhere to look for one. But we're trying not to go too far from the base. So for those of you that think, alright, 1 second, folks. Alright, I apologize for that. I had a phone call from One of the employees from the job.
You there, Lewis? I gotta tell you, I died in Truno, or Trino, whatever the fuck that state place is.
You died in Cherno? Oh yeah, we got the stream going on right now, so.
What, someone joined the server?
Uh, he died in Cherno. Can you send him a message on the PlayStation? Let him know I'm streaming, so I'm not on the actual PlayStation chat.
Who
Alright.
messaged you?
He joined the chat. So, going through and alright, let's keep on going, see what we can find out today. Alright. Let's keep on looking down and go for some more. Second. There we go. That works out perfect. Alright, let's keep on going. See what we have going on. Alright, let's take a look at it. Alright, let's just move it forward. Alright, everybody. Welcome. Let's keep on going, working our way.
Doesn't help me, Ghost. Ghost died in the east.
He said he died in Cherno.
Yeah, but there, I mean,
Cherno's so big, we don't know where he died at. I am gonna need to eat some food. Alright. What you working on right now, May?
so Ghost is shit if he knows where. I was just up here, just standing on the guard tower, looking, watching.
Okay.
I'm trying to see if he knows where he died.
Let me get some food. Guys, the system. So I had a little mishap. I thought I had left the chat on the PlayStation. Apparently I didn't. And the server's gonna restart in 45 minutes. So while we do that, we can sit down and I'll wait for the server. It usually doesn't take that long for it to restart. A little delay, but we can sit down and discuss a little bit. So those of you that are watching the recording or on the stream with us right now, have you ever played Dayz, and what are your thoughts on it? Let me know down in the comments below, or let me know in the chat. Let's change this. That one's a better one. Utility butt pack. Work our way over. Continue going down. Ooh. Keep an eye out at a police station, see if I find another M-lock. Looks like mine is either worn or badly damaged based off of what's showing on in here. So it's showing under the worn status. So in our travels, we're going to take a look at, see what we find. Now looking into see what video we will be doing tomorrow. And going there from there. Maybe thinking about possibly doing some Icarus again. Or possibly going on and doing a little bit of Conan. Do a couple dungeons. We'll take a look at what's looking in that stream tomorrow that we'll take care of. He said, one of our faction mates said that he died in Cherno. So on this server, anytime you die, your respawn that you end up going, it's back
Northwest Airfield.
somewhere up right here from right underneath Northwest Airfield. So you'll end up spawning there, and to go to our base, we'll have to travel down south. So it could be a case of got surprised by an exploding zombie. Guys are fun, but at the same time, it's kind of a pain in the rear end. But as long as you play down the server for a little bit, you kind of know. Ghost is relatively new to the game. If he has 5 hours or maybe 10 hours, I would say that's a lot. Not 100% sure how many hours he has on that one. Bay, how many hours do you think he has on this game? Roughly. How many hours do you know that Ghost has in this game? I'm thinking maybe 5, if not 10 hours. That's a little bit on the high side.
He might be at about 30 right now.
Okay. No, he hasn't played it a whole long. He just started playing it again.
He's got probably... He's lucky. He's got 30 hours, but he stopped. He's basically a noob all over again.
Yep. So those of you that have played know that Cherno is one of the bigger towns.
Sounds like he might have got blown out.
Could be. Got surprised by a zombie with the tracksuit. That's the one that normally surprises us.
He still hasn't messaged me back. He just says east. The east city. That doesn't help me.
If you're saying the East City...
Hey, he says, hey, I just died in the city to the east.
Well, Cherno's a big area.
That's what I mean.
So it kind of...
We need something to go off of.
Because was it the apartments? Was it the factory district? Was it more upper side? But we're going to keep on going and go do some mischief. Hoping I can see one of the exploding zombies. That way you guys can see. What do I mean? Like, they will explode on you. But at the same time, I'm not trying to get swarmed. Oh, I hear a chicken somewhere.
I don't know if that was about, just, I don't know if that was about, just said no.
What was that, man?
I don't know, I got kicked from the chat, it just said no.
Oh. Alright, let's keep on going on this route. What do we have up here? If I believe correctly, this road will lead you to the apartments. Those of you in the apartments that have been to the apartments, have you guys ever gotten lucky finding stuff in this game? That I play this game? I've never have. So it's one of those. I have a tendency to stay away from them. Never been too lucky at those places.
Usually you only get Desert Eagle, magazines, ammo, some ammo, Desert Eagles, shit like that.
Alright.
Someone told me they find tents in there, but I've never found a tent.
Oh. And there's the mummy zombie. Those of you who don't know, the mummy zombie are from the Halloween event.
Basically, a coded in item.
Yep. Every time they hit you, they cut you. The best way we could describe it.
But see, on here, they're not very hard. 3 bullets to the head, usually go down. Someone will get that way. He's over here with Taco and Corley. They could go get this shit.
Let's see where we're going at this point. Let's go on these traps to see what else do we find. With the amount of people that are on right now, 2 other guys. I'm kind of feeling froggy. So, what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the run to the northwest airfield. See what goodies we find there today. Possibly may run into some PvP. We don't know yet.
I guess while you're up there, you might as well pick up Ghost.
Yep.
He said north. Oh, that's why he died, you fucker. He said the North Church in Cherno.
Oh, yeah, you got the mummy zombies.
No, the priests.
Oh, the priests, that's right. The priests are the ones that explode. Alright, we gotta keep on going. go. Alright, keep on running our way down. Or up in this case. So, got a little bit deviated from my run. So I know those of you that play Dayz, do you guys enjoy driving around in vehicles? Or is it one of those that you rather walk around everywhere on foot? Do you play in private servers? Do you do official? Do you play on official servers? What's your favorite play style? Tried a couple times official, but official for me is just one of those that doesn't work due to my hectic life that I have between working. So, let me know where you guys want me to play at. I've always done it on private servers. So with that being said, it's just a case of I just enjoy it more because again, the official servers, it can take forever to get yourself geared up somewhat. And that's fine for those of you that love the challenge and have the time to do it. Unfortunately for me, no. If I was to play on an official server, I would probably be doing the Nomad life. And doing the Livonia start. Which is find yourself either an animal or something, or some rope, stick, make your own hook, find yourself a knife, and wash your hands and cook fish. Is what I would do. But again, I don't know what the drop rates are on official, so it's one of those I wouldn't be able to tell you. All I know is that it's a little bit more rough. Alright, we got this long run all the way up there. Looking at roughly about 20 minutes or so of running through the woods. Continue on our run. Time to time, you guys notice that I am going to have to stop just to make sure I'm running in the right position, since I am running through the woods. It has a tendency to throw you off of your running for a little bit. So you will definitely be keeping an eye out for that. At our position real quick. Alright, we are running in the right direction. Non-stop. Luckily, everything goes good. We won't run into wolves during this run. Dayz is one of those that they'll surprise you out of anywhere, but usually you can hear them. So at least it gives you a little bit of a chance. So while you guys are playing Dayz, those that are new or looking to get refreshed with Dayz, definitely always double check in here, because sometimes you can find some goodies in here. In this case, found a blaze, but the scope that it had is not the one that I want. I'm in search for a hunting scope, so I can add it to my Tundra. Right now, I'm guessing that the one that this one has is a sports. It's a sports scope, so it's one of those that it's just it does its job, but you can't use the Tundra to its full potential. If that makes sense. I do have a Mosin with me. That at least helps me out somewhat in long-range fights. Because the Mosin is a pretty good weapon to use. So, continue to make this run. Looks like the town we're running by, if I remember right, there is a military outpost with a couple tents. And we should be eventually at some point running in this direction. If I remember correctly, we should hit Green Mountain. Green Mountain is another more popular military zone that folks like to go to. It has a couple stuff in it, but it's nothing too crazy. Actually, in today's stream, let's see what happens if we can run into plane crash or helicopter crash. Those would definitely be nice. I have yet to check one out on this server. Oh, talking about a helicopter crash. I should have just mentioned it prior. Left the Mosin ammo at the base, didn't I? Yep, I did it when I changed my bag. Alright, Tundra it is. So this is what I was talking about, the helicopter crashes. One. I hear somebody coming my direction. Just take a look. See what's going on here. Reposition myself. That is see what goodies we find. Combat boots, AUR mag, definitely taking that. Night vision goggles, absolutely. Fingerless gloves. I think this got hit by anybody due to the fact. Mortar's helmet, smoke grenade, field. Alright, so it wasn't bad because we actually got our hands on night vision goggles. We call that a win in my book. What do you think, May? NVGs are definitely nice to have in this game. Reposition myself. Yep, still going in the right direction. Check my food. Food's good. So we can just keep on running, making the run all the way down. Continue on with this run going all the way down. Let's go ahead and enjoy this long, fun run. No, if I remember right, I should hit a military outpost on my way here. If I remember right, that one has a couple good bunkers and everything else on it. Definitely give it a try and see what happens. Side. Keep on going, see what else we find. If I run into one, if I see a church, I'll shoot one of the priest zombies so you can kind of get to see what I'm talking about, the exploding zombies. When I first came on the server, I learned my lesson which zombies explode by being blown up from up. There's Green Mountain right there. Keep on running through these fields. Those of you that play on PvP servers, be one of those cases is you want to be careful because you'd be pretty much a sitting duck right now on a PvP server due to being out in the open field like this. Those of you that play on PvP servers, your best bet, one, is running them on foot, but travel light. And use the tree brushes as your form of cover. But then again, when it comes to Dayz, Dayz is one of those games that I truly believe that it's not your gear, it's just your turn to use it. If you play this game with that mentality, then if you get shot down or killed by somebody, you know, it's part of the game on a PvP server. Even there's servers out there that you can play that they'll do, you know, PvE during the weekend, PvP in military zones, and base raiding on the weekends from a certain time. Those are relatively fun. I've played in my fair share of those. I've enjoyed them. Actually, in servers like that was where I developed my ability to play PvP. But it wasn't because a case of that I would go looking for it. It was more people wanting to come raiding our base. So, in that case being said, you know, pick your poison. Try a bunch of servers. I've probably played between 20 and 30 different servers during my time on Dayz. I'm looking at roughly 1,300 hours in the game. Nothing too crazy compared to other players out there. So I know players out there with 5, 6, 7, 10,000 hours in this game. So it is definitely a fun game if you enjoy the survival game. It's probably one of the more harder ones due to the fact that the game doesn't teach you how to play. You have to play the game as... Play with somebody that knows. Watch some YouTube videos. There's plenty of tips and trick videos out there. One of my favorite content creators that I love watching, and I'll be honest with you, some people give him a hard time about it, but it's JLK. I love the way how he does his videos where he makes it look into a movie. He does get a lot of heat because a lot of people say that his stuff is staged. But again, isn't a movie staged as well? So, and he's about telling the story in Dayz. Dayz's one of those games that when you play, your character dies, boom, it's a brand new story. Looks like I stumbled upon the safe zone. Here, it's one of those for sure. As you can tell, yeah. This is the safe zone for the server. Yep. It was definitely nice put together. I've personally never been here, so I'm kind of making a little detour. Just to kind of check it out. See what it's about. I do see they do have some cool, it's a pretty big area. Alright. Okay, they have the little bunker set up like it's a road. What do we have in here? Looks like a couple shops that they have going. What do we see? Looks like these are all the player-owned shops here. Oh, that is a pretty nice setup. Never ever seen something like that. I like that. There's another player shop right there, looks like. They have the trader. See what else we have. Just kind of want to take a look, see what all do we see in here. Big old Tonka truck. Yes, I still call it a Tonka truck till this day. As you can tell how old I am. Alright, looks like we got a police station inbuilt here. Okay. Oh no, not a bad looking safe zone. This is the jail for the police. So this is more for the RP system. See how people are put into jail. Guards will get them, lock them in there. They'll be stuck. Right on. Looks like this is the governor's house. So a lot of thought went into putting this stuff. And the nice part is on most servers that you play on that are private, those of you that know exactly what I'm talking about. Those of you that don't, if you're looking to play Dayz, definitely keep an eye on the lag. Because on a server like this, all this is added into the game. So it wasn't naturally developed into the game. So, with that being said, anybody that knows about the bandwidth in the game and everything like that, knows about the bandwidth in the game and games like that, know that this all causes server lag. But they have a nice little blend where that doesn't happen based off of what I've seen during my time playing. A lot of this is done with the Dayz editor system. So on a private server you would see something like this and you would have a lot of lag. If you notice, I don't have any lag in here, which is something that is very nice to have on a private server. Again, I know that they're talking about doing a possible fight night. Do something cool, something different. Other servers I've played on, I've done it. So if they go based off everywhere else, you pretty much just go in there with your fists. Fight night. No armor, no gear, no nothing. You guys are both there and you guys just duke it out until one of you guys dies or gets knocked out. If your guy gets knocked out cold, you're knocked out cold. In this game, when you do get knocked out, your screen goes black. And once your screen goes black, you have two things. Either you're waiting to see the announcement that, boom, your player has died, or you're dead. It's one of the two lines. It's been a while since the last time I died, but it's one of those that you see in the game. So after that little quick pit stop, let me make sure I'm still running in the right direction, straight ahead. So those of you that don't know, if you guys take a look at, right here is the Northwest Airfield. It is a popular area in the game. If you go a little bit more up, right here is Tizzy's military base. These two areas are for endgame loot. Tizzy has a little bit more endgame than the airfield, but the airfield does have a lot more tents and everything like that. Tizzy's military base does have what they call the tent city, where at least there's roughly about 10, 15 tents in a small little area, so a good chance to get a lot of loot. Those that like to use sniper guns and everything like that. Talking about that. Those of you that have played Dayz, what's your weapon of choice? I'm a fan of the AUX and the Tundra combo. My wife does play this game. She prefers using nothing but snipers. VSD is her sniper of choice. She doesn't like the scope that comes with the Tundra, the hunting scope. She's not a big fan of it. You give her a DMR and a BSD, she is deadly. She's been known to take out a couple people. Even one of my friends that we were playing to defend the base, shooting him in the leg and taking him out. Here, you should make a quick pit stop right here. This is one of the military outposts, one of the ones I like to hit up. I do something a little bit different when I'm playing this. It's a little trick that I've used in the past. So let's take a look at what it looks like for me. How many of them can I bring It's one of my bad habits of playing in first person like that. And I keep on moving forward. So if you guys take a look, just notice what I'm doing. Trying to round them up, get them into containers where I don't have to worry about them respawning. Close those guys in there. Shoot him off. If I did this right, boom. There's zombies stuck in there. So, next step, pull those guys that are there and stick them in another container. As you can hear from afar, you hear some gunshots. So, seems like there's some action at the airfield. See, now that I have them locked in there, I really don't have to worry too much about them coming after me. Only downside is earlier I saw where it said 15 minutes. Server reset. So we're looking at roughly within 12 minutes, give or take. Pick that up. Got a KAM mag. So that should make me feel happy. So, another guy. Sometimes the game has a tendency to be a little bit latent when it comes to these guys actually jumping on the containers, so just keep in mind, so don't trust it too much. When it wants to work, it'll work perfectly. Did everything right, see? Boom. More zombies left in there. So now, I have very minimal zombies coming around that will try to come and attack me. Now when you are playing this game, definitely close doors behind you, due to the fact that you never know if another player is around here looting too. And remember, like I said, this is PvP in military zones. So this is classified a military zone. So keep that in mind. Even though it's a military outpost, some servers don't look at it like that. This one here, it's classified as one of those. So, while we're looking, trying to see if I can find any goodies. Ooh. Okay, got a better plate carrier. I'll definitely swap out this one for that one because this one's a little bit worn out. Now at least I have a little bit more protection for myself while I'm out traveling looking for stuff. Then later on I'll worry about modifying and adjusting my layout, how I like to keep it on my character. Because I do have a certain layout in particular I like to keep on my character, how I like to have my guys set up where everything in the bottom is stuff that I'll leave at the base for looting runs, and everything else I'll keep it with me. Anything that's on the top side, it's my usual carrying stuff. But because I'm going to an area where possibly PvP is a thing, so I'm definitely keeping an ear out. Bison, that's another low tier grade weapon. That is the unfortunate part sometimes that you will run into when you guys go into these areas. It's a case of, oh, hey Paul, how you doing? How you doing, brother? So I see that you joined up and watched the stream. How's your day going? Focused out, going through, looting up a little bit. That's a weird looking box of 45s. So I kind of had to do a double take. Oh. Night vision scar. Oh, another KAM 30 round mag. It's not bad. Maybe I'll get lucky and find a field backpack. Field backpack is one of the backpacks with the most carry weight in the game. Before they used to be something nice to have. Now, not as much since they lowered the carry weight on everything. Which is one of the reasons why I kind of got away from playing Dayz, to be honest with you. lightweight, kind of annoyed about it. Due to the fact is that was always nice to have. At one point, ATOX scope, we got enough of those. What kind of zombie are you? Okay. Got a couple more. Alright. Time to do the same system. Lock them up in here. Oh, and look at that. I think I didn't decide to stay down there shooting at these guys because got a mummy zombie in the mix. And, like I told you before, those guys will cut your character. That's good to hear. That's good to hear, my brother. I'm out here having some fun and some good old Dayz, trying to see what mischief. That was another player. Shit. Ah! And I got blown up. Ah! Yep, that just happened. Ugh. Never had that happen to me in this game. Luckily, I know exactly where I'm at. So, there's the pyramid. If I remember right. Somewhere over here. Maybe my gear's there, maybe it's not. Who knows? Let's see what happens. But if that player was there, he ain't there no more. Just interested to see what was it that blew me up. And whoever that player was on the server, if you are watching, I apologize for that. I thought you were a zombie. Did not mean to shoot at you. Yep, right there. I thought that was a zombie, and that looks like a player. Turned around. Didn't get a chance to look at that zombie that exploded on me. But, for future reference, watch out for some zombies. Do have a long... Maybe my food will let me get there before the reset happens. Not 100% sure. We're going to take a look and see what happens. I don't think I'll make it there in 2 minutes. So, my gear is pretty much as good as gone. But again, it's Dayz. It happens. At least it'll give me a good chance to make my way back over there. And get looted back up with all my stuff. Or start a new adventure. And there goes the server reset. Yep. The server has reset it for the moment. So we're going to take a look at. So while we wait here, those of you that are watching the video, I was just thinking the other day, what game would be a new one to try? What games are out there? What games are you waiting for to come out? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know in the chat, in the comments down below, or even if you're on chat right now. Facts. Um, for sure. Luckily, we do have more at the base, but I'm not too worried about it. I've played this game for so much, blowing up ain't nothing. Ain't nothing to worry about. If anything, at first, that's just a new one that I've never seen explode. So it's one of those I kind of like it, but I wish I would have to watch the replay again to see what happened. What kind of zombie was it that blew up on me? But all in all, it's still all in good fun. It's a video
Don't
game.
start your shit.
That's why we play the video game and everything like that. Because I ended up just blowing up just now, not too long ago. So, it's always a good time on Dayz for sure. You just missed it. Where? You went away? How many?
Get the dog out. Get the dog out.
Oh.
I heard you, would you blow up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I was in one of the military outposts, and I was putting everything into a container. One was running at me. I thought I shot at a player, and come to find out, it was an exploding one that I've never seen before. I never ran into one at a military that explodes, but I didn't have a chance to see it, so I'm gonna have to watch it through the playback. So I was going through while we're in the server to restart for those that are watching, or watch the replay. Asking them, another game that'd be good, worth trying. What are you looking forward to that's coming out recently? The more and more I look at it, Windrose is definitely one of them up there in my top. I have
Toxic Commando.
Toxic Commando. I know you've been waiting for Toxic Commando. Honestly, the more and more I look at it and read into, Crimson Desert sounds like a really great game that's coming out. In my opinion, it looks like a really good game. Light No Fire. I'm definitely waiting for that one too. I do like how Hello Games are trying out different mechanics that they want to add into the game that through their No Man's Sky. That they don't want to repeat of what happened with No Man's Sky when No Man's Sky first came out. Because we all know how much of a hot mess was that game when it first came out. So that's another one I'm really looking forward to. And if it comes out like it's kind of subpar, oh well. You know what? Hello Games have a good track record of creating a disaster into an amazing game. The best part is if they're doing what I think that they're gonna do, if they follow in the roots of No Man's Sky, all DLC is gonna be free. Even though that I don't have a problem spending for their DLCs, tossing them a couple bucks, but hey, they're gonna give it to us for free. Why not? All right, server's back up. Let's see what mishap we can get into right now. All right, let's keep on going with this route. I think I was in this vicinity. So the server reset. If I remember correctly, we lose if your character dies and it's still on the ground. The server resets. You pretty much lose it. Am I correct on that one, May? No, I think we had lost May for a second. So, definitely got to make this run out there. Worst case scenario, my character dies again. I'll just give it a try and re-loot him up and make my trip back down. But there was a player standing there, so I'm wondering if they blew up in the mix. Let's see if I remember right. There's the little town. There's Bebop. So, I'm thinking it's over here. Let's make this fun run back. So now, another game that I'm thinking about while we're waiting to do all this run back. Another game I'm thinking about possibly trying is, I know May has been wanting to try it out as well, is Dune Awakening. That one looks like a really good, interesting game. I've been hearing some stuff about the late game. There's a lot of issues in it. So, we'll take a look at it, give it a try, and see what happens. Let's keep on going over here. Alright, let's keep on going with working our way back over there. There's the safe zone, so it wasn't that far from the safe zone. I know that. That's the town. So, we'll keep on going this route and see what's over here. But going back to what I was saying, it's a case of Late No Fire is definitely a game I'm looking forward to. Look, thinking about trying Dune Awakening. I think that's going to be a very great game. Those of you that you're hearing gunshots going on right now, that's actually letting you know that a helicopter crash is about to happen somewhere close. So it's definitely nice to hear, but I don't have my gear anymore, so I have to get re-geared up before I try to go after one of those. Let's take a look. There's where the safe zone was. And I came out of the safe zone. Now we're going back this way. Well, at worst case scenario, I can probably sneak my way around. Hopefully nothing happens. Well, all in all, that zombie blowing up on me was a good laugh. I was due to be dead anyway in this game. It was bound to happen. The fact that it happened when it did. Yeah, see. So those of you that play, if your character does die before server reset, before you can make it to your body, just keep in mind that you will lose everything you had. Alright, let's try this again, see what I can get my hands on. I do know there was a lot of stuff I left, so we're good there. Okay, ski mask, that's definitely gonna help me stay warm. Staying warm in this game is very important. Especially on some servers that have the snow and everything like that. see what I can do to round these guys up. USG mag. Don't have a lot of space for stuff due to not having a bag, but if I remember right, I did leave a bag. There's a bag right there.
Maybe.
So, did leave a couple things I didn't pick up, so hopefully it's still there. Biggest thing now is gonna need to get some food on the character, but I can always go loot up. Okay, KA-74 mag, that wasn't there at the last one. We'll take that Bison just to have a gun, but then again, you're not gonna have a whole lot of ammo with it. So. Huh. Plate carrier I left is still there, so at least it gives me something. A little bit of armor. Alright, let's see what else I see. It's a Vega mag, but I don't have no shotgun shells for it, so. Running around this with one round. Ooh, that was close. Door almost opened up, but it opened up in the wrong direction. One pack of cigarettes, we can use that to sell. Alright, got myself a combat knife, USG mag. No, there was a USG somewhere here. Okay. Got myself a pistol. So I'll take that. It's another 45 round pistol. Colt 1911. I have 6 shots in this place. These 6 shots are not going to hurt a zombie. I hear a voice. Weird craziness of gunshots popping off. They are pretty close to me based off what I'm hearing. Alright, cool. Somebody was having fun throwing all those shots. I don't know if you guys heard that in the background. Oh yeah, that's really close to me. Let's see what we have going on. Lots of craziness going on. Let's take a look at while we're still looking, see what else I can find. Definitely take that, because now I don't have to keep my gun that I collected on my inventory, because now I can just go into that. So even better. Alright, let's continue to keep on looking for here. Bingo, that's what I was looking for. Another FX mag. It's the one stuck on the ceiling. I'm like over here. I'm like, I know I hear a zombie. It's one stuck on the ceiling. There it is. Right, before I head my way out. I wonder what that noise was, and it was on my guy's thirsty. Kept on hearing a noise in the background. I'm like, what the Johnny? Alright, let's load up this ammo. And in this game, when you guys are playing it, you do have to load each mag individually. My guy is thirsty, so at some point, I am going to have to go find somewhere to drink. Get him some water or something. Here. This game, if you do it right, you can just lay down for a little bit, and zombies will have a tendency to walk away from you, and you can keep on going there. Just need enough to get the run. Get myself. There's one right there in that town. It's not right there, so we're gonna have to go there before we work our way up more. The only downside is I do have to do a lot of running. So with that running being said, my water's gonna deplete even more. Since I don't have multivitamins, I can't just drink water out of the streams, which you can, but you're going to increase your chances of getting sick. So, we're just going to continue with this fun run. Let's see what happens. Sometimes if you jump over that, you may get lucky. And not get your feet wet. So it's definitely a course of luck. If you notice that my water is red, so now what's happening is my character's slowly losing health. How long does it take? It all depends. This character really hasn't been alive for too long, so his resistances aren't as high. So in this game, the longer your character survives, the better your immune system builds up and everything else like that. But if you keep your stats that low, what's going to happen is, in this case, what's going to happen is my character has a higher chance of being sick, because if my gauge, which is, get it to where you guys can see it, but you'll see the water, the thing that looks like a fruit, and right next to it is your temperature gauge. If that temperature gauge drops to its blue, my character has a higher chance of being sick or getting a cold. And if you get a cold, you got to treat it with medicine. The longer you have the cold, the longer it's going to take the medicine to work. Best medicine to use is tetracycline. That'll help you relieve it quicker. You can get rid of it with multivitamins, but multivitamins has a tendency to take a little bit longer. Multivitamins are good in this game. In this case, if you find raw food and you need to eat, you can eat it and you won't get sick. Sometime last year, year before last, they added an update with it. Whenever Sakal came out, when the deal came out with Sakal. Sakal was the map that introduced metal sickness, which is a very common sickness that you get if you eat raw meat and predator meat mostly. So before, you used to be able to kill wolves, get their meat, cook it, eat it, not a problem. Well, the developers got creative and they got rid of that. Now, if you eat wolf meat, bear meat, and everything, and if it's a carnival meat, you're gonna get sick. You got a good chance of getting sick. Another way to help you guys out, also, if you take a look, is look around the trees. Take a look around the trees, because if you look around the trees and there's food on the ground, that's a good way to help you get some food. So definitely something worth looking into. Which in my case, I don't think my player's going to last that long. But I was trying to get to over there. Normally what I would have done is, with the knife, make a couple rags, make 12 rags, make a rope, get things, go fish, cook the fish, so I have enough food in my character to be able to survive. But in this case, I didn't do that. Start thinking, alright, even though I knew the answer to it, but I was hoping it was something different. Right now, it's pretty much the key component is get food. Food, and if you can find a bottle of water, you're golden. Because a bottle of water, you go to the pump, like boom. And of course, it's unknown. So with the unknown food, you know what that means? And this time, you have a chance to get sick eating. Sometimes if you kill the zombies, depending on the zombie you're killing, right here, like this one won't explode. Back up, let it throw a shot, press triangle on controller, do a haymaker, stop staggering them, go a little bit up more, go up a little more, you can knock them out. Sometimes if you're lucky, you'll find food on the zombies. Definitely a good way to get you going. Greenhouses are pretty good for having stuff, so take a look. There's a pepper. I'm gonna eat it. It'll help you, like if you see my food and my water starting to go back up. So in this case, if I find a rope, I'm gonna go straight, just go fish. I'm just gonna go fishing and get my food up enough to where I have enough food in my character, so I can continue to survive and make my way back to our base that we have. So take a look. No, there's a water pump up here. Or at least there used to be a water pump up there. I think last time I was in this town when I first spawned in, or I came to pick up one of my buddies, it was a case of that there wasn't a water pump, but I did find somewhere close. Another good area that I'm looking to go to is the police station. Police station has a tendency to give you some weapons, like some starter mid to range guns. So at least it helps you get on your feet so you can keep on going. So it's one of those, it's definitely something well worth it. Alright, we'll definitely keep on going, working my way back this way. So somebody is in this town. I just saw a dead zombie. So on a PvP server, that's PvP. Definitely dead zombies will let you know that there's a player in the area. So kind of keep that in mind. Could have been somebody that just blew up, that respawned and came straight here. So we're definitely looking into seeing what we can find. At this point right now, if I find a jerry can, I should be good. With the jerry can, again, back up. Little punch. So once you have it staggered one time, you're good. Because you can just keep on, move up a little bit, throw another haymaker, move up a little bit, another haymaker. Be a case of that'll help you with survivability. Oh, what do we have here? Cargo pants. Oh, much better. Cargo pants are a little bit better than what I currently have on my character, so definitely run with that. So now I got myself, if you notice, my temperature gauge is going up now. So with the temperature gauge going up, shouldn't suck up so much food, but the problem is since I'm running to try to get stuff to get my character some food, I'm hoping I can find some stuff in these houses. Sometimes if you're lucky you can find stuff in the clothes. That zombie didn't have anything at the time, so that was one of the reasons why I kind of just kept on going. But again, you can find food on the zombies. Not all the time, but sometimes you can be one of the lucky ones that you actually find food on them. And again, you hear the zombies, close the door. Luckily, eventually, leave you alone. Alright, we're gonna keep on going. Gonna do. There. Looks like another player came through to help out in the clutch. Help him survive a little bit. Give me a jump. Unfortunately, I don't have the guns to help him at the time. So it's gonna be one of those, somebody, looks like somebody already went through here prior to restart. And looted it up. Maybe there'll be some, see if I can find something that they overlooked. So let's keep on looking, see what we can find. See, you can tell that a lot of the gear, I am finding stuff that's worn or beat up. More than likely that was from the player themselves. Somebody must have already went through these. And flare. Another good thing too is you can go through and the buildings around it, it definitely does help you with the course of you being able to find possible loot. such as police grade level starter loot to help you be able to survive a little bit. If you take a look, there's another pepper. It's still good, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna eat it. There's a couple players right there. We have a couple folks with cowboy hats. Ah, we have a couple folks there that finally met up at the water dispenser. All going through and filling yourself up with some food. I need to get myself all caught up with some stuff so that I get my food going, get my food filled up. We're making the next trip. Now, without having a water bottle, this does take a minute. What you want to do is drink enough water to you get a little stomach symbol, and when you get that stomach symbol, it lets you know that you're full, and then just come back, rinse and repeat again. Just gonna take it a minute. There you go. There's the stomach symbol. So, right there's one of my fellow clan members, faction mates that gave me an actual VSD. But in this case, I don't have an ammo for it. So, what I'm going to have to do is swap it out and keep on going. See, what do I have on me that I don't? I don't need that. It's at 42 ammo. I can drop that. This is where a lot of the controlling, not having your character constantly have too much stuff on them can come into play. So, perfect example. Okay. Help them out. Let them loot up. And my next trip. Let's go have some fun at the airfield. Let's see what happens. My character dies, he dies. That's the way I'm looking at it. Maybe I get lucky and find something. We don't know. So hopefully something good got in the mix. Thank you, I did notice that. I appreciate it. Alright, keep on the trip. As you guys see, I am making my way to the airfield. I should be almost there. So that way, take a look, see what chances of good loot I can get there. We don't know what's going to drop. But it's always a gamble. So when I come to the airfield, depending on the server I play, it's a case of I decide which route am I going. Most of the time, if I'm driving on a server that's PvE, I'll go straight in and call it a day. If I'm driving a car. If I'm on foot, kind of one of those, you want to be careful which route are you taking. Because there is a lot of zombies in there. And as you notice, there's zombies that have the potential of exploding on you. As you notice, because apparently there's zombies that'll explode on you in the military zone. There are servers, I believe this one has the gas turned off. So, with that being said, I don't have to worry about gas bombs happening. This game does do as a way to clearing up to help you get end game, because the true end game in this is you get NBC gear and you go to the gas zones and you get top high end loot. But it's definitely a game worth trying. But in this case, I'm gonna go here. Sometimes if you're lucky, you can find stuff. Don't sleep on these Hummer guys. Those of you that play this game, the Hummers is somewhere where you don't want to sleep on, because I have been notorious to find a lot of good gear at them. Obviously it's all depending on the loot on the server itself. I've been fortunate enough to have had relatively good luck with them. So don't ever sleep on the Hummers. Like, perfect example, boom, FX. That uses a 45. I already have a gun that uses a 45, like right there. See? So if I take this off, and there are Hummers that do spawn in the game, but it's actually jungle boots, my favorite boots to have. What do we find there? Another FX. So you know what? The game wants to give me an FX, I'm gonna take it. One of my friends that I played this game with as well, he loves the FX. He actually served in the military, and for him it's definitely a weapon of choice in this game for pistol wise. As for pistols, I usually don't use them a whole lot. I became more and more of a fan of them now by playing on this server. Oh, those that do play, there is a potential Hummer spawn here. You can get a couple cars, but right there is a known Hummer spot. I do hear a couple zombies. So I need to be smart. Should be a helicopter crash, some plane crash, where it has loot that's on it. It's definitely something you can always go visit because you have a chance to get good gear. But in here, throughout this whole area, you have a chance to get mid to end game gear, depending on RNG. And the amount of players on the server. That's something that's definitely gonna play a toll. Because if we take a look right now, besides the guys that I play with, there is one other player. So what are the chances of this player being on here right now at the moment versus the whole map? Very slim chance, but there's always a chance. Another reason why I want to go to that airplane crash, the airplane crash sometimes has food. Nobody has looted it. The server did restart not too long ago, so there is a chance for loot to respawn there. Because in this game, every time loot spawns in, it respawns back. So during my talk, I thought I heard a gunshot. So I'm going to go silent for a second to see if it does happen. I can tell when I get shot. Because you'll hear it, and it'll hit you, and you get cut. Depending on where it hits me, I do have a plate carrier on me, so that's going to give me a little bit of defense, of armor. But if they hit me in a different area, like if they snipe me in my leg, it'll automatically, depending on the gun that they're using, it's going to break my leg. If my leg breaks, then I'm in trouble. So let's take a look, see what we can find. And this chance, there's one. And it's food. So we'll definitely take it, because the pop does increase your food when you drink it. The crazy part about this game was, this game used to be a mod. And then the company that they modded the game, made the mod for, bought a mod and created it. Bought the mod and made its own game off of it. So that's where Dayz came. Dayz used to be a mod for Arma, those of you that don't know. Those of you that play on console, we just not too long ago got Arma Reforged. So I know a lot of servers are coming up with playing and having the Arma mod. Looks like, see? Looks like somebody picked up some ammo. I am going to take this FX and take the mag from it, just in case I find any more 45 ammo. There's the briefcase. There was a car that spawned on here, but I guess they took it out because it was funny, because the first time I came here, the car spawned right up there. Alright, so we're going to head over here. See what else we find. I did find a piece of NBC gear. NBC gears, you need to have a full setup of NBC gear to be able to go into the gas zones. If you go into the gas zones and you stay in the gas zones for too long, what's going to happen is you're going to get pox infection. The only way to cure it is with the antidote. If you don't have the antidote, it ain't going to work for you. You will eventually die. Your character will start puking out blood and everything like that. Oh, another thing in this game, if your character, those that don't know, your character gets sick, look at that, DMR mag. It's actually a really good endgame gun to have. Right here on this airplane, there's another chance to have a couple more of those drops that we just saw not too long ago, but apparently they did not drop at this time for me. So no luck there. So we're gonna go move over to the tents. So on here, what I'm gonna try to do, if I get swarmed by zombies, I'm gonna try to put them into the containers like I did at the outpost. Whole point I don't want to do is have to shoot my gun. Oh. So this guy, oh, I just got cut. See what happens? So what I need to do first is cure my cut. Because number one, if you bleed, you're going to die. You bleed out. Number two, it's going to use more of your food to... you're going to use more of your food to get your blood back. Have some. So. I did get... See? If I just still had my... Tundra that I lost when it blew up. This is the scope that I was looking for. So remember, you guys, I was telling you I was looking for the scope for that Tundra, the ideal scope. The ideal scope was right there. Alright, this one is, does it have any ammo in it? Is the question. Nope. FX mag. I'm gonna take the bullet out of it because I don't need any more mags. I took the DMR mags because if we do find a DMR, at least having the mags, because it does use the 308 rounds. But to find these, I'm taking out all the bullets I see, because bullets on this server do spawn in only one bullet in a mag. Best way to do it is make sure you get boxes of bullets. Then you open them up depending on the gun you're using. You open them up and you end up you can use that to reload your clip on the gun that you're looking to refresh up. So there's one more spot I want to hit up before I start really working my way down south again. And it's another area back here where it has a lot of tents. But it also has a lot of zombies. You guys can go into those plane cargos. You can find stuff, but the chance of versus finding the stuff and the amount of zombies that are in there, it's up to you if it's a choice you want to take. I don't want to take that choice. Or that chance. Let me refresh that. Now, can you find stuff? Yes. Sometimes you find guns. Sometimes you find whatever. Whatever you can find, you'll find it in there. But the reason is my buddy Courtney gave me that gun because that's my wife's favorite gun in the game. That is her sniper gun of choice. Right, keep on going down here to the tents. And again, with being here on this server, a player can just come up to me and take me down. Without a doubt, come and shoot me down and take all my loot, and I have to restart it all over again. Do I want that to happen? Absolutely not. And especially since, number one, I have the VSD. Number two, just have to refresh and do it all over again. So, will I do it? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, this is just a video. My character dies, I'll start all over again and keep on going. So there could be a chance that those guys were already in here. And that's why I'm not seeing anything. But then again, I did find a couple things. It could have been that they just didn't loot it up because they didn't have the weapon for it. So it just varies. Or they just never came up here. Bingo. Got a field jacket. I'll take that. Perfect example. Boom. 5x39 ammo. So the goal is I want to try to sneak in here. Now, can you sneak attack these zombies? You sure can. Have a knife in your hand, and you can slowly creep up. As long as they don't turn around. They don't turn around on you. I like doing it as going to first person mode. A lot of folks for PvP, I like being in first person mode. If I'm not PvP, see? Boom. The only problem is you got to be careful with doing that method because it will alert zombies. So that's Procure Mag. Procure is a pretty decent gun. It's actually in my opinion, it's a decent gun to use. Is it a weapon of choice? No. For me, no. Now, when you shoot it, does the effect on it when you shoot it, does it sound pretty cool? Yes. I'm not even gonna deny it. It does sound pretty cool when it shoots. So you have that zombie right there that has a plate carrier. So that zombie, let's see if I have a gun that has a pretty right here. So if you take a look, see that zombie there has a plate carrier and a helmet. So if you were to shoot it, it will probably take a couple more shots, and there's a mummy zombie. And he just noticed me. So, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna line them all up. Let's get them to all come in here to near. Especially those mummy zombies. Those guys, when they hit you, again, It's a one shot. It's one every time they hit you and you're not blocking it. Even I even think if you block it, they're still causing you damage. So you just got to make sure you keep on going. That should be good. They should be trapped. Again, there is a couple containers here you can. Oop, there we go. Now we're talking. Got myself a KAM. Not a KAM. A baby AK, as folks like to call it. 308 rounds. Definitely take those. What's this? 62 rounds. I'll definitely take that. PSU scope. Definitely take that. Take this. Eventually I have to go through and clean up what my character has, because it's just I gotta start combining a whole bunch of stuff and everything of the sort, so that way I can make some room for stuff, because every time I pick up the ammo it doesn't automatically stack. So by it not automatically stacking, it's not gonna help us out. I got somewhere I can shoot some rounds. Got some rounds for the VSD and the Mosin. So at least now I have some weapons. I have some ammo where I can defend myself. Couple more. Same system. Put them in the crate. Go ahead and get them in the container, let them come in, and keep on going. Now I'm trying to round all these guys up. Get them in another container. There's another container that I can put them. Yep. Alright. So, step up. Same process. Rinse and repeat. Close the door. Come over here on this side. Back a little bit. And it doesn't always work. You want to try to get as many as you can, but at some point they all get cluttered up and you're better off just going to another container. Because right now, without catching that one zombie that blew up on me, it's kind of toss up in the air of which one was the one that blew up. So I have to watch the feed again to catch which one was it that blew up on us. Back up a little bit. There we go. One more and then I'm headed out. Check this tent and then I'm out of here. Make my way down south. Back to the base. Oh, got some food. So I'll take it as a somewhat successful trip. 20 round DMR mag. I'll take another one of those. So, what do I want to drop? Since I won't be using this as much, I'll take that instead. Case up. Now, let's just make the run. Eventually, they'll get tired of following me. Hopefully. Now we should be okay. keep on going, get out of here. So one of the adventures was make my way up here. My character blowing up. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Oh, see? Sometimes that'll happen in this game. There we go. So now, got a chance to breathe. So I want to see how can I organize up myself to make the run back down and not have to. I can drop this temporarily. Eat this. So if you do not have a can opener, another thing you can use is your knife. So what I'm gonna do, I still have it, which I should, which I think I dropped it. You can just use a knife or an axe or something to open that up. How much are you gonna get? You're not gonna get as much. So keep that in mind. But in this case, my guy needs the food because I have been running around with next to my food's been yellow the whole time. Then what I'll do is go through, kind of organize myself and load up whatever weapon mags I can. That way we help out use up some of that one slots. Because of the amount I ended up collecting, I do have a lot. So, did I pick up any more ammo for this one? No. So then what I'm going to do is grab this. Nice part about this gun is the ammo, you can collect it at police stations. So it does help you out somewhat. Drop those. Take this. I'm going to keep that one. Now that one can go up there. Then keep on scrolling down. That I can fit another mag in there. Drop that one. And I'll put this one up there. Trying to get myself a little bit organized here to see if I am able to put this gun in my backpack. Just 24 slots. No. So what I'm gonna do is okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Did pick up this. So this one, we're gonna end up breaking this apart. Put that in there. We're gonna refill that mag up since I do have some rounds for it. ESD is nice because the rounds you do have, it's a sniper gun and you can actually get a silencer for it. It's the same silencer that you would put on a K8 on an AK. Then we'll get the Mosin because the Mosin uses the same amount of rounds. Okay, we'll drop this one. I'll put that one in my there. And then where's the K8? KA. And now, voila, just made some room. Now, if I need to pull out my bag, which actually what we're gonna do is set up my hotbar real quick. While I'm here, Coke 1911. I'll put that one there. And that'll be good to make that run. Now I just like to do is line myself up. So I'm out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run straight south. So what I want to do is go this way. Because that's where we are. That's where I want to go. Usually in other playthroughs I would go to another town area. but for this instant, I have to run south. Never been through here. I've never seen if there's any chances of any loot spawning in there. So, but right now I finally got my food up to the yellow. So we're just gonna keep on going. Here, look around a little bit, see what we have. Keep on down with the run. With the run all the way down. And again, this game now, because of how they have it set up, you definitely have to watch out for, excuse me, for what you carry. Most of the time, this is a loot run that I'm doing. So in a loot run, what you do is you just take as much as you can. Some folks out there use cars. Again, I'm not too crazy about using cars in this game. And actually, I can open up some more space now that I think about it. If you take a look, you have tracer rounds, and then you have regular rounds. In this case, I had tracer rounds. So I have 3 slots up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some stuff up here. And I just opened up 3 space down there. Move that over there. Now I'm up to open up 5 spaces right there. It's all about helping your guys' carry weight. The more your character has on him, the more you're going to weigh, the more you're going to burn through your food and everything else like that. So the key component is on your way to go make your loot run, travel light. Any other time, if you're on a loot run, if you want to use a car, use a car. Now a car gives you a lot more time to do what you want to do and go for a good loot run. Me personally, my favorite car choice it's an Ada. Some people like the Hummers. I hate the Hummers. Gunthers are good, are somewhat okay, you know. But again, it's Ada to me because that's the car. It'll go up hills. It'll do everything else, and you think a Hummer will, but it doesn't. The nice part about a Hummer is you don't have to fill up the radiator. Glow plug, battery, and you're done. How difficult are glow plugs to find depending on the server you're on? Difficult. Some people, they need a glow plug, they see a Hummer, they just take the glow plug and leave the Hummer. Fortunately, what does that do? Now you got a Hummer that you can't do nothing with it. So, it's your choice. Do what you want with that one. So just keep in mind, if you do it, just remember, it'll be done to you as well. So, I've had it. I've done it. Every player has done it. If you play Dayz, you've done it. Most servers, what they do is give you an incentive. The incentive that you're given in most servers is if you blow up a car, they will give you Discord money that you can use for trading into buying guns from either admin shops. Some servers have player shops. This server has a player shop. Also has an admin shop, if I believe correctly. Don't quote me on it. But you can do that for forms of trade. Now, having a player shop, depending on the server, sometimes, you know, the admins need help and they'll give players a shop and whatnot, and they get to sell stuff and everything. Some players have abused it. I've done it in other servers where I didn't. Actually, when I first started playing Dayz was because of a close friend of mine. He had a server and asked me to come in, and I played it with him, and it was a good time. Even though I had free range to all the shops, do whatever I wanted, I never did it because, to me, when you're playing this game, or any game in general, let me rephrase myself, any game in general, I don't like the handouts because I'm going to get bored of the server. There's servers on this game that they have a trader where you can go fill up on whatever weapon you want and everything like that. Those are good servers for players that are starting and they want to learn the game. But at the same time, you're hindering yourself from learning the game because part of this game is learning how to do stuff. You know, learn that 12 rags, you make a rope by cutting up clothes and getting them out of 12 rags. You know, you kill an animal that has guts, you can turn rope into guts. Bones, you can make those into fish hooks, improvised fish hooks. Now you're learning the game, and that's the benefit of the game, in my opinion. But those that play on those kind of servers that don't have the time and they just want to be typical, you know, casual gamer, I'm not even going to go as far as say typical. They just want to be a gamer that wants to play a game and have fun. Do it. Go on those servers, have a good time. You'll meet a lot of good people. As for my personal preference of playstyle, I'm not a fan of that. Even owning server, you know, playing on servers that I've been admin for, I never did it. The temptation was there, but again, with that power, what? With that power that you do, it ends up getting to the point where the game becomes boring to you. You don't want to play it no more. If you want to play like that, that's fine. Play your game. It's your game, your style of play. For me personally, I don't find enjoyment in that, and I don't find the challenge. Now, if somebody wants to come through and help me and guide me and show me things, absolutely. YouTube is a great resource. There's a lot of good content creators out there. A lot of good content creators that will walk you through and show you how to play the game. I did it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Definitely does help, and I'm appreciative to those creators that I watch. There's a lot of people that do tips and tricks. So that definitely helps you. I'm sorry, I had to mute myself for a minute because I started coughing. So, that's the name of the game. Just keep on running down south. But with that being said, I'm not going to hold up anybody else to sit down to watch. I appreciate the tune. I appreciate you guys stopping up, hanging out with me today. Those of you that watch the record, go ahead and, you know, shoot me what you love about Dayz. Shoot me what you're not a fan of. Definitely would love to hear from you guys. Leave a comment down below, and let's have a couple discussions and enjoy. Catch me tomorrow on the stream. I think tomorrow with the stream, I'm thinking I'm going to try the Guardian Wins as the game, if I believe correctly. I do have it in my library to try it. Guardians of the Wild Sky is the game. We're going to try that out. Check it out. See how much fun it is. But besides that, thank you very much, you guys, and you guys have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.